Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers say, no Jupiter will overturn that. IPOB declares position as Okuku emerges on as a President General. Without being told, my people, I don't know, say IPOB Nigeria now, they have their own political wing. And exactly what is happening in Biafraland now over this Ohaneze shenanigans. Now still the same thing where we they cry. Igbo enwereze. Igbo are coordinated. In fact, the most foolish people come from the southeast, a lot of Igbo land. Because then we were meant to understand or believe that the wise are from the east. But that narrative have long gone. How can you come out and tell me, after the election of Okuku, then another one emerged in Enugu, having two President General of Ohaneze and Beribe at this current time, when we're supposed to focus on one thing, the system of Nigeria, anybody that is calling for election should just, or rather you said, oh, let's wait for election, I'm going to elect anybody out, my dear. Nigeria have the system of not democracy, but just selection. We select who we want to be on that seat. Simply because Ohaneze is not an independent body. They are being sponsored by so-called governors of the southeast. So the governors now have upper hand to decide who sit on that seat, who will like to play the game with them. Okuku have come out to make a lot of promises, which a lot of people have commented and said this man is equal to the tax and he will do that. But no, Hope Uzodinjo, governor of Enugu State, Anambra State, Abia State, and other stakeholders, they gathered in Enugu State and said no, they will never choose that man because he's been endorsed by PDP. Rather, they will do it their own way, which is a selection of Azo Tambata, who is a APC henchman in Rivers State, and also what do they call him? And also a former senator from 1999 to 2007, saying I go there, that's it. So that they can be able to control him and tell him what to do and what not to do. Because according to the information reaching me here, they said Okuku is a no-go area for them to start using him left, right, and center. And that's the more reason why he came out and made pledges and promises that he's going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and is also going to make sure that Azumiri River are being dredged to the international standard of receiving ships, so that the congestion that have been happening in Lagos seaport will then release. And most of our Igbo brothers and sisters who are doing their businesses in Owerri, in Aba, in Enugu, and also in Anambra State will now be traveling to Lagos to go and clear their container or their consignments. Then it will be happen right within their territorial integrity, which is the southeast. But since APC is the one at the helm of the affairs, and they never want anything, any single revenue that is dropping in Lagos State to reduce, not even by a single penny. Because if this guy begin to push for that, since Alex Ochina have pushed for international airport of international standard, which have been granted to him in Abia State, they will know that a lot of Biafrans would like to relocate their businesses down to the southeast, which they never want that to happen. Insecurity is from Abuja. Insecurity is from Abuja. Insecurity in the south is from Abuja. Because most of the insecurities, the people are killing that are killing our brothers in the southeast are all militaries, are all police, DSS. Unknown gunmen are DSS, police, and Nigerian military being combined together. That is why you can never see where they kill any unknown gunmen. But when they get any Abakaleke, who come from Ebonyi State to Onitsha to Chief, when police capture them now, they will go and look for Biafra flag and anything, just paint any gun, the Biafra flag, and present to them and said they are IPOB, they are ESN members. Just to give dog a bad name to hang that dog. But anyway, my people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. I think I have talked enough this morning. Look at the other headlines. Groups reject outcome of Ohaneze Ndigbo President General election. That of Mbata, a lot of people don't say no, it is no go area. Say they don't accept that what they call it, that result. Uzodinjo begs unknown government to lay down arms at at APC women leaders in interment. Lay down their arms at APC. If you don't know government, how will you call them to lay down their arms? So I thought they said the government in the southeast, they are IPOB and the ESN. So why are you not calling them to lay their arms down that are going to compensate them? Yes, now because you see they are IPOB. Without knowing that you say you too, you are an IPOB member because you are indigenous people of Biafra. Unless you have already told us that you are no more an indigenous of Igbo land, then we will understand. Southeast Senate caucus endorses Senator Azotambata on Ohaneze presidency. These are the criminals in the Southeast. Just everything about them now is politics. To select Igwe is politics. To select Ohaneze and Iberibe, both young and old, is politics. My people, I beg you. The matter of Igbo people now don't tire me gradually, I swear to God. Let us go straight to the reason. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has cautioned against any action that could sabotage the emergence of Uche Okuku as the President General of Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndi Iberibe. IPOB made this known in a statement on Saturday by its spokesperson, Iman Powerless, in which it declared support for the emergence of Okuku as the President General of Ohaneze Ndi Fulani. The statement by Powerful particularly warned governors from the Southeast region against sabotaging the interests of Igbo nation. Nigerian News records Okuku was elected on Friday during the organization's convention held in Port Harcourt, but there are reports of another factional president also emerging. Reacting to the development, IPOB warned that should the governors make any further move tantamount to imposing any person on the leadership of Ohaneze, then it would mobilize to ensure that none of them will ever be re-elected nor occupy any position of influence in the region again. According to Powerful or Powerless, the noble family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, held the election of Barrister Uche Okuku as Ohaneze Ndi Fulani President General. We equally call on the Ohaneze Ndi Iberibe, the governors of the Ohaneze IPOB, not to subvert the clear choice of the people or subject it to user-selfish political interest. Not content with entrenchment and directly benefiting from the insecurity ravaging parts of Igbo land, Southeast governors have once again demonstrated their utter disdain and disrespect of the wishes of the majority of Igbos worldwide by engaging in activities clearly designed to sabotage the progress of our race at this critical juncture or in our history. If the reports making rounds are confirmed that these governors, led by Hopeless Udodunjo, has openly rejected the legitimate and popular choice of the people in the person of Barrister Uche Okuku, then that chaos their masters have for long been seeking to infuse into the social, cultural, and political framework of Igbo land would have materialized. These governors have overstepped the boundary of decency and have gone a step too far in their shameful effort to impose yet another politician on the people. If these governors fail to retrace their steps, IPOB will openly align with our religious leaders in deploying all of its might to ensure that none of them will ever be re-elected or occupy any position of influence in our land again. Vox Populi, Vox Deo. The voice of the people is the voice of God, and our people in Rivers State have spoken resoundingly that Barrister Uche Okuku is their choice to lead the Apex Igbo organization in the world. No Jupiter will overturn that. Group rejects Ohaneze Ndi Igbo President General selection. A group known as the Igbo Mandate Congress, IMC, has rejected the outcome of the selection of Ohaneze Ndi Fulani President General recently held in Enugu, accusing Southeast governors of manipulating the process which saw the emergence of Senator John Azota Mbata as the new President General of the Pan-Igbo Social Cultural Organization. The group, in a press statement made available to journalists through its Director General, Rev. Obinna Akukwe, alleged that the governors conspired to keep the venue of the selection secret, adding that they had one period that the governors were planning to install a senator from Rivers State. The statement read in part, the venue of the election was kept top secret till Friday morning, when delegates were informed that it will be held at Old Governor's Lodge, Enugu. At the Old Governor's Lodge, team of the police and DSS officials were given lists of delegates for the polls and given orders not to allow anyone inside the venue. The list were as compiled and approved by the respective governors, and also from Abuja. The group accused the Southeast governors of influencing the delegate list by ensuring that their loyalists emerged potential voters during the election. The delegates selected by the governors and their cronies were told to assemble at the Ohaneze Ndefulani National Headquarters to collect both their accreditation tax and their payment money for loyalty. Some delegates told IMC officials that they were paid a couple of millions, while others were paid hundreds of thousands of naira according to levels and status. The loyalty payments were given through electronic transfers at the Ohaneze Secretariat, while some received theirs at the Old Governor's Lodge, the group further alleged. Rev. Akukwe disclosed that the body, relying on credible information, has earlier alerted the contestants and other relevant bodies, including activists, since Monday, January 6, that the governors were allegedly planning to hijack the electoral processes. The group claimed that the reason behind the governors' involvement in the outcome of the process was to deprive some candidates from emerging leaders of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization. The aspirants, assuming empty overconfidence, were baited with dividend ranks and overflanked before the polls. The governors made frantic efforts to force Mike Okiro to step down for Senator Mbata, and he initially refused. After granting a press conference announcing a withdrawal until he gets legal redress, Okiro appeared at the Ohaneze Secretariat, got screened by 10 p.m. and asked his supporters to await a court judgment tomorrow that will enable him to contest, Reverend Akume hinted. They called on all Igbo stakeholders to rise to the occasion to ensure that politicians, mostly governors, remove their hands from Ohaneze affairs, maintaining that the organization is very crucial to the overall interest and development of Igbo race and should be devoid of politics. In another development, two factional groups of the Igbo Social Cultural Organization have announced differently two candidates as successor of Fidelis Ozi Chukwu and the outgoing President General. The groups in their separate statements respectively declared Dim Uche Nnam Okuku and Chief Jackson Omenazo as new President General of Igbo Social Cultural Group. Uzodinjo begs unknown gunmen to lay down arms at APC woman's interment. Governor of Imo State Hopeless Uzodinjo has appealed to unknown gunmen to stay hiding in the bush to perpetuate insecurity in some parts of the state to come out and lay down their arms and join society in contributing positively to the progress of the state. He also promised that the government will be willing to assist them in any kind of business they choose to go into to be useful to themselves and society. The governor made the appeal at the funeral of the slain former Imo APC woman leader, Olu Zone, Jenny Rachel Okonkwo, who was murdered in 2022 by suspected hoodlums who dumped her lifeless body in the bush. Addressing a gathering of mourners at the country home of the late APC woman leader in Oberuru, Olu local government area, the governor condemned the conditions under which the woman leader was assassinated, insisting that the party and the state lost a gem in her. Are you sure you don't have hand in it? Uzodinjo prayed for the repose of her soul and the souls of 4 other women assassinated with her and proceeded to approve the sum of 10 million naira for each of the deceased families. He also promised that the government will be willing to employ any of their children who is employable or in the alternative train them if they are willing to learn a trade or skill. The number one citizen of the state pointed out that the sole reason why Okonkwo was assassinated was not because of any offense she committed, but because she was an APC member who did her job effectively as a woman leader and mobilizer. She was one of the best organizers and mobilizers, not only in Olu local government, but in Imo State in general. A very committed party woman who worked, suffered, served the party and the government because of her commitment. Political opponent assassinated her. When Rachel was assassinated alongside 4 others, the senseless political violence and gruesome killings in the area was not known. Those who are behind the political killings in Olo zone are still at work, but very soon the wrath of God will catch up with them, the governor maintained, and including you, hopeless Uzodinjo. The wrath of God is already caught up with you. Uzodinjo hinted that strangers were recruited by unscrupulous politicians to kill and assassinate their own brothers and sisters in the name of politics. He, however, said, with the help of God, although people are beginning to see that those behind the killings in the local government and other areas do not mean well for the state. The governor called on all affected by the death of late Okonkwo to take heart and remain committed to the party and the state. It is a thing of conscience, with one sows, what one sows is what one will reap. If you shed blood, God will judge you. Thank God you are using your hand to judge yourself. Hope you can never go scot-free. I swear, the blood of the innocents are being killed in Olo. In fact, in the whole of Imo State, we speak. They are crying for justice, and justice they must get. If you are not innocent, if you are innocent, God will judge you. If you are killing for political power, God will judge you. At the end of the day, you will answer to God. He further maintained. Uzodinjo used the moment to condole with the bereaved family and members of APC in the state, especially members of Camp Hope, acknowledging their efforts in uniting the party. He urged all members of the party to remain firm, committed and resilient, assuring that they will never regret their sojourn in the party. Southeast Senate caucus endorses Jono Azotampata as Ohaneze PG. The Southeast Senate caucus has endorsed and congratulated Senator Azotambata on his emergence as the President General of Ohaneze Ndiberibe worldwide. In a statement in Abuja on Saturday, the leader of the caucus, Senator Nyinya Iberibe, said Senator Mbata's victory at election during the Ohaneze General Assembly in Enugu marks a milestone in the history of Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization. The caucus, he said, has firm confidence in Mbata's pedigrees and leadership qualities that are solid enough to steer Ohaneze to achieve the most desired unity and development in Igbo land, and command the ability to also reach out to similar associations outside Igbo land to enhance good relationship for the unity of Nigeria. We as a caucus have the confidence that Ohaneze, as constituted under the leadership of Senator Mbata, will weave the entire Igbo race cohesively together in unity, peace, and make Ohaneze a veritable rallying point for Ndi Igbo wherever they may be. Such trajectory, we believe, will no doubt encourage, instill confidence, and reinvigorate the ability of our people to pursue their individual and collective goal to achieve sustainable development for the overall benefit of Igbo land and the zoo. The caucus also allowed the delegates at the General Assembly and the political leadership, particularly the state governors, for their unwavering commitment to support the new Ohaneze leadership to succeed. Abaribe, or rather Iberibe, said. The caucus congratulated the outgoing PG, Nze Ozichukwu, for leading Ohaneze to hand over the reins of leadership to Senator Mbata in a peaceful election. The caucus enjoined Ndi Igbo to give Senator Mbata and his executive full support in carrying out his mandate to restore the dignity and prosperity of Igbo in totality. So my people, now here we go take back breaky, and I go have us when we come back. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Bye for now. Kemesiano.